Hello everybody, hope you're doing okay. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to edit this. I hope you enjoyed that little cinematic sequence, and I'll show you how I edited that in Final Cut Pro. Firstly, I just want to say a massive thank you for all the comments and all my new subscribers. If this is your first time watching my channel, you might want to hit that subscribe button, as I've got plenty more videos coming up. Also, you may have noticed I've changed my background color. I think it looks pretty good, so let me know what you think of that, and let's get into this edit. So I've got Final Cut Pro open, and I know people use Adobe Premiere, but I guess the concept is the same, so you can still watch along if you're using Adobe. So now we're in Final Cut Pro. The first thing I usually do is go to File, New Library, then click File, New Project. For this project, I decided to do in 24 frames per second, as it does give you that cinematic look. Also, you can do that in 25 frames as well. So now we've done that, we now want to import some media to our timeline. There's two ways we can do this. We can go to File, Import Media, or we can do the shortcut, which is Command and I, which brings up the media import box. So you just want to select your clips or your footage. So here's mine. And just click that to import that. So now that's in your library, what I like to do is do a very rough cut of my timeline. Just to speed up the process as well, I've actually selected my clips already for you. So in the first clip, I'll have me walking up the hill onto the beach, just to set the scene of where we are. So add that one in. And then on the second clip, I think we'll have me walking past the camera, and just adds a different angle and makes the sequence a lot more dynamic. Now we sort of establish where we are, I want to add some detailed shots just to emphasize of what we are and what the location is. I'll have this one here. I think we can use that for a speed ramp. And then we'll have another detailed shot of this log here, which is quite cool. We'll use that one. And then we'll have me walking up to the sea. And then after that, we'll have me looking out at the sea, but actually the camera looking out at the sea. And we've got this surfer here, so that'll look quite cool in slow motion. And we've got another sea shot with the cliffs in the background, so we use that. And then to finish this sequence off, I'll have me just walking away up to the rocks, so it's kind of cool, so we use that one as well. We can start editing these individually. And just a little note, once you're in the timeline, you can zoom in and zoom out. So if I just show you, if you press Command and the minus button, you zoom out. You press Command and the plus button, you actually zoom in and out of your timeline, which is great. So when you're first doing it, you just want to zoom out as it's more manageable. So we'll start zooming out just to give you an idea where we are. So now we've got our timeline. I'm going to start editing these individually. So I'll zoom in a little bit. And the first clips I'm going to keep at the same speed, because I don't think they need to be slow motion, but I do want to cut them down a bit. There's two ways we can do this. We can click on the clip, and we can drag this cursor along, and it basically shortens the clip, and obviously you can take it back to the original size. Or you can hold your mouse over the clip and press the B button, which brings us the blade tool, and you can cut the clip. So if I want to say, for here, I want to cut this clip, you just press that, press A, which gives you back to the mouse, click on the bit of clip you just blade tooled, and then press delete, and then that'll get rid of the clip that you don't want. And then I'll do it the other way, this side. So I just want to drag this across just before my foot comes into the shot, which is there. So I'll just go back a little bit. And I think that'll be the start of our clip. So just have a look at that. And also you can actually see when you drag the clip back, you can see where it's going to finish. So just on the top of the brow of the hill, that looks quite good. So the next shot where I'm walking past the camera, I think I want from say here. So I'll press B to get the blade tool, click on your clip, and then probably till about there, that'll do us. And press A, and obviously select the bits you want to delete. What you need to do is just press delete on your keyboard and it'll get rid of them. On this next clip, I'm going to add a speed ramp. It's just basically where you speed the footage up. Now, the way I do this, I will first select the bit of clip that I want to use. I want to use from here, just using the blade tool, till about there. And then obviously delete the bits you don't want, which leaves us this bit of the clip. I now want to slow this down. So to do that, we press Control, Option and R. And now we can change the percentage or how slow the footage is. Now this was recorded in 120 frames. If I slow this down to 20%. Now to make this a speed ramp, so to start our speed ramp, we just need to select where it starts from. So I'm thinking probably about there. And if we press Shift and B, that splits up the clip. And now we want to put it where it finishes. So I reckon about there. And then press Shift and B. So now we can actually change the speed of this clip. So if I click on this little drop down arrow, and then we can speed this up 2 times, 4 times, 8 times, or 20 times. So I think I'll go with 40 times and see what that looks like. So watch the clip back again. So that looks pretty cool, but I might just try and do it 8 times and have a look, see what it looks like. Just zoom in, and then I'll just select this at 8 times and zoom back out. Just see what that looks like. That looks a bit better, a bit more dramatic. I think what we'll do, we'll just cut this down here and just cut this back in here. Another look at that. Yep, happy with that. Now we've got this log. I think it's quite cool. I've got a nice shot here, so I want to use this bit here. So using the blade tool again, I'll cut down the clip, press A, and then I want to use this bit. And again, I want to use this in slow motion. So I'll press Control, Option and R, and then press 20%, which slows down my clip. And I'll zoom out just so I can see it better. And I think I want to use that bit there. So I'll just drag this across to where I want it, which is there, and probably up to there. Yeah, happy with that. So the next one is just me walking up to the sea, and I'm going to keep this at the normal speed, and I'm probably going to just use this bit here. Yeah, happy with that. So now we've done that, we'll go on to the next clip, which is the sea. And we do have this surfer here, so we definitely want that in slow motion. So we use my blade tool just to cut down the clip again. Probably up to there where we see the surfer. I'll delete the clips that I don't need. Zoom in a little bit. And then I'll slow down the footage again, and then just watch it and just see what it looks like. So you've got the surfer there, that looks quite cool. Probably bring that down a little bit. I think, so when you're using slow motion effects, I think it's quite important not to draw them out too long as well. Just a thing to remember. So we'll just have a look at that again. Yeah, happy with that. On to the next one. Probably just gonna get where the waves crash there. So blade tool just to cut that down. Cut that there. And then now I'm going to make this slow motion. So I just want to get it as the wave crashes. So I definitely want to drag this down a lot here. Let's have another look at the clip. Yeah, pretty happy with that. That looks pretty cool. And then the last shot, because it's the end of the sequence, I think I want to do this in slow motion. So I just want to drag this down here where I turn around. And I guess the good thing about editing is all personal preference. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm just giving you a very basic idea of how I edit on here and how I put this together. So I'm going to use that bit there. So let's slow this down. You'll probably find this is going to be too long. So I actually think that's too slow. So I think what we'll do is change it to 40%. Speeds up a little bit. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I have it finishing here. So another thing as well we can do, we can actually stabilize some of the images because some of them are shaky. They were doing handheld. So I think what we'll do, so if you select on the clip and on this right side here, you scroll down, you've got a little button here called stabilization. Note on the stabilization, if you do use it on some really shaky shots, you get this really warpy effect, which doesn't look great. So I'd say only use it when you've got a slight shaking of the camera. It just sort of makes it buttery smooth, as you'll see. So I've just applied it on there. Yeah, happy with that. And I'll put it on another clip just to show you. And I think we'll put it on this clip here. Slide down and then click stabilization. It does sometimes take a while just to render that through, but I think that looks pretty cool actually. Now we've got our basic timeline. There's a few things we can do to make it more cinematic. I'll go to the start of the clip and I think we should have it fading in at the start. So if we select on the clip, right at the start, and if we go to this compositing tool, we can actually select a keyframe, and then if we change the opacity to 0, you'll see that we now have a blank screen. Now we want to select where it wants to be 100% opacity. We have to select a keyframe and then change that to 100%. And if I show you what we've done there, go to the start of the clip. We've just had a little fade in, which is quite cool. Now we'll go to the end of the clip and add a fade out. And because it's the end of the sequence, I think we'll make this a bit longer and look a bit more cinematic. So you want to click on the end of the clip and you can actually move the playhead using the arrow keys on your keyboard. So you want to select the end of the clip, which is here. Click on your keyframe, change your opacity to 0, and obviously select where you want it to become 100% opacity again. Click your keyframe, move it out to 100%. And then let's just watch that back. So yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. There's one more way we can make this a lot more cinematic, and that's add the famous black bars on the top and the bottom. So to do this, we want to go on to titles and generators. Click on generators, and you want this black custom one here. If you drag that down to your timeline, and then you just want to drag that across to the full length of your timeline. And if you click on the playhead here, press Ctrl+C, which is to copy, Ctrl+V is to paste, and just make sure they line up. Next thing, we want to click on to the top one, and in this crop box here, we want to select here and put 1960. And in the bottom one, we want to go onto the bottom in the crop tool and press 1960. Press enter. And then if we just go to the start of the clip, now we'll see we've got that nice black bar on the top and the bottom, and it just makes that footage a lot more cinematic. That finishes the timeline, just leaves a few things to do, which is the color grading, the music, and the sound effects, which I'll go over in a different video. I just wanted to give you the basic idea of how I edited this sequence. So let's see the end result. So that didn't look too bad, did it? Now I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today and you learned a couple of things. If you would like me to make any more of these videos, drop me a comment. And as ever, please give it a massive thumbs up. It means a lot. And remember to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one.